Okay. So that needs a little bit of work. Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our horror park build, finally, in Jurassic World Evolution 2. In the last video, we built ourselves a aviary kind of shebang. You're meant to drive through, and then you have to stop, you have to get out of the car, and you have to walk through the rest past this weird bony graveyard kind of thing that we built. And then you come out the other side, and you are done. So you walk out there, and then I think the idea was to have like a safari zone sort of thing. I know it's been a while since we did the series. It's worth noting that the Dominion DLC comes out in a week? 6 days? Not long either way. So we kind of need to finish this before that happens. Now there's only 2 episodes left. I've only got 2 episodes more planned, but we do need to get a bit of a wriggle on, as they say. So the next episode will not be nearly as far away because I need to make sure it's recorded before that Dominion DLC comes out. I have no idea what's going on here. What is that? What are you? What even are you though? Like, are you attached to something else? What is it? Any ideas? It's not like an item you can place. It's like part of a building or something, but it's just floating there on its own. I've got no idea what that is. I'm just going to delete it. Hope for the best. Right. So. I don't know why I like the idea of this being in a little bit of a pit. Let me just clear out some trees. Trees are the devil. No. Instantly add tons of the devil to my park. So the idea is basically just have like a safari zone kind of thing. We need you back driving because obviously I've got that big climactic finale planned out where you kind of like Halo 2 style. Halo 3 style? Halo 3 style. Where you jump over the ridge at the very end. Over the chasm in your vehicle, over the pit. And there's a T-Rex roaring and it's a dramatic moment and then you get to the exit at the very end. But we need a bit of car time before then, otherwise it'll just be a little bit too soon. So that is what we're going to do. This should be fairly chill. I'm just basically going to build a big-ass habitat, to be honest. There's not really going to be anything special about it, but that's okay. We needed something a little bit more chill, considering it's been a little while since we did the series. I kind of just want to get it done and get excited. I just want to try it out, you know? It's been a long time at this point. So you're going to walk out. Now, technically, you shouldn't be here on foot, right? Now, let me think about how I'm going to do this. Can I put a fence across there? No, surely not. I can now put the gate on. Right, okay. Because we're walking out the aviary, but obviously what you would usually do is you drive out and you'd get out here. Now, where's the path? Is it there? So we kind of need to set up as though it would be typically a thing. Do you ever know what I mean? I'm sure that fantastic explanation has allayed all fears anyone might have had. We need to do it as though it's a thing, okay? I'm going to put a heavy fence because this is the start of a big spooky area. I'm just going to go from here. We're just going to do a fence going along here. Okay. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear down for midterms, folks. Just need to get it as straight as I can. It's a bit of a disaster, to be honest. Come on, beautiful. Oh, who's sexy? Who's sexy? Yeah, sexy enough. Oh, not really, though. I really wanted that to be a straight line. It has not worked out in any way whatsoever. There should be another... Yeah, there it is. How's that going to look? Oh, whatever. The game hates me. That's fine. Everyone else hates me. Let's just lean into it at this point. Okay. I'm just trying to get the layout. But the idea is that you drive along and then you go over and there's the exit there and you've made it. You know, nice climactic finale. Maybe you die at the end, who knows. Am I paused? No. This fence has taken a billion years to build. But where do I put the Rex? Is it in front of the visitor center? Is there a visitor center? Right, shut up phone. What's that? Liverpool have rejected Bayern Munich's offer. Good. I'm trying to short changes like that. It's ridiculous. Is it a visitor centre at the end with the Rex, and then you have to swerve around the Rex at the very end? Kind of like Jurassic Park finale style? Or is the Rex on this side of the pit? I think the Rex should be on the other side of the pit, which will make my idea a lot easier to work. So the Rex is going to be over here. We'll do that next video. That's the end, and we'll worry about the pit. So I'm just going to block this off for now. But the idea will be that the pit has torn apart the end of the safari zone, so you have to jump over the pit in your vehicle. And what we'll do is we'll build like a little ramp. Like I said, this will be the final video. Build a little ramp, and then we'll hide the fence for the safari zone. We'll use the invisible fence that we have. Like I said, we'll do this next time. But we'll put it down here. So technically the dinosaurs could walk down to this bit. But what that'll mean is that you, as a human in your car, they can't walk out because the fence is there, even if it is at the bottom of this super long drop. But if you're in a vehicle, you should be able to jump over the gap. So I think that should work for everything that we've been looking for. Like I said, that's more for next video. I'm not going to worry too much about that all now. For now, we're going to work on... You're not connected, you cheeky little blighter. I will not accept such cheekiness. Not on my watch. Have I done that? Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me just speed up time. Okay, it's a little ramshackle, mainly because of the original fence placing more than anything else, but I built like a little crossing section over here, put in the Jurassic Park gate here, just kind of build up a little more suspense to the area. It is meant to be sort of the climactic finale almost, so you walk through here and then you walk through the gate, and then it kind of feels like you've entered a new area because all the styling is different, there's more sand and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. So you can go around here, you can go explore if you want, and go see the hotels, blah, 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 blah. But you're going to head forward along this very topsy-turvy path. Past the SPINO skeleton, which is a little bit of a hint. And then you head through the tour. Now, unfortunately, I put all these trees in because I thought it looked cool. It does mean the viewing galleries are utterly pointless. However, I think it makes for a more dramatic opening because you can just see the misty mountains above. You can see the tree line here. You don't see what's beyond. You don't see what lurks within this area here. So let's do some stuff. We are a little bit I'm going to get rid of these things first of all because they're just limiting what I can do. We're a little bit limited anyway just because we don't have too much room. I'm not really sure what slope does on this actually now that I think about it. But we want a watery bit in the middle, because we do have spine. I'm going to take that right to the edge. That's a little bit too far to the edge. I'll have to fix that. Watery bit in the middle, maybe a little island there, and cut in over there. I want to get some height in here as well. That's quite important for an exhibit that doesn't look stupid. No. Oh, that's too much height. It looks very... Oh, no, now we look very stupid. Maybe have a little bit of a mountain at the side. I can fix that fence. We can make that an invisible fence. That wouldn't be a big deal. It's a little bit more than I necessarily wanted. But a little bit of height in your exhibits does come a long way to just making them feel more naturalistic. So a little bit of cliff there. Let's bring some height up over here. In that island in the middle, maybe. It's a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Bring that down. I've got to keep on working quickly. I just realized, because we do technically have a bit of a timer, right? Because we've got that 24-hour clock going. fantastic tip from one of you at the very start of this playthrough, basically. I can't remember who said it, but it was much clever. But the time is a-ticking. Eventually, that 24-hour clock is going to take us to a bad time. The bad times are coming, folks. I'm just going to make all this invisible for now. I'm going to have to do that anyway. I don't know why I didn't just do this from the start, frankly. Okay, and let's flatten this a little bit. We'll obviously have to make some changes next video. Depending on the jump, basically. But that sounds like a future me problem. And current me isn't interested in what future me has to deal with. So, yeah, it's not going to be it's going to be smaller than I expected. But I think we've all been there. Let's smooth this out a little bit. Over there. Just make it so that it looks like the tour vehicle. It's okay for it to go up at a bit of a ramp. A bit of excitement in your life. Never hurt anyone. But not too much. Not too much excitement. Moderate amounts of excitement is the only amount of excitement that you're allowed. I have a very itchy face today. Ah. And I want to take it. Just, it has to have that feeling that there's been a bit of a cataclysm of some description. This world-ending earthquake that kind of kicked everything like it. We'll come back and do a bit more work on that in just a second. We need to get some dinosaurs. Do I have a hatchery, however? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Itchy. So, we know we want the Spinosaurus. We can't go too hard. It's not actually that big an exhibit, unfortunately. We're a little bit tight on space. Kind of like kept working through this entire park, and eventually we've kind of just run out of room. It's ended up rather large. I think I want a sauropod. I think I want to bring back the Brachiosaurus. But I do already have a Brachiosaurus. What I really want is the Dreadnoughtus from the upcoming DLC. Tell you what, we'll have Dreadnoughtus now to celebrate. We'll get 2 of these. Would have liked the Brachie, but we've already done Brachie. I'm not going to do it twice. And we just need a nice mix, like a good mix of medium dinosaurs and smaller dinosaurs. Just dinosaurs we don't have. Ceratosaurus, maybe we'll get a bit of a oh, that was very speedy. We'll get a bit of a, let's go 2 of those. Bit of a Jurassic Park 3 theme going on there to an extent. This fish is going bloody mental. The fish needs to be replaced with the default Mosasaurus, and I need to bring in the Troodon mod, that sweetener, very nicely put together for me. So an absolute delightful person. And I think that's it. I don't think anything else actually needs to change. Coelophysis? Yeah? Yeah. It was too low down. I must up myself. I'm up here now. This is where I live. In the uptown. Alright, let's shuffle these over. It should be fine. It's not a humongous habitat, but I think it's bigger than... Just everything I say. Everything I say. I'm not talking anymore. I'm done with talking. I'm banning myself. That was far too... I just felt awkward doing that. Okay. I just want to get the Coelophysis on the way just because that one's going to take absolutely ages. Get them all shuffled over here. There we go. We'll get plenty more dinosaurs on the way. Oh yeah. Okay, let me turn subtitles. You know what? No, you can deal with the bloody subtitles. Right, let's fix this mountain because that's a bit of a disaster. Can't be having that. Do I have a roughen? No, it'd be nice to have a roughen button. It's a... No pits allowed. Although that would be a nice homage to Chris Pratt, I suppose, having the pit, but... Not yet. Not that Chris Pratt is a pit or something. It's a... Parks and Recreation, bloody Nora. I've clearly not watched it in too long because I forgot what the show was bloody called for so long. Ah, Chris Pratt. You know, Chris Pratt's growing on me again recently. I feel like he got a really bad rap. And I've talked about it myself, you know, I'm guilty of this for his church thing. But The church everyone thinks he's a member of, he's not actually a member of. He's definitely overtly Christian, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't expressed himself any, and I don't believe the church he's part of expresses any negative views either, really. I don't think we can start condemning people just because they're Christian. I think that's a bit harsh. I mean, I'm not religious myself. I'm no great lover of it or whatever, but still, it feels a little bit mean. It's because of the Ellen page, not Ellen page, I apologise, Elliot page, right? I don't know. I feel like things got a little bit mixed up and he's kind of taking a bad rap for it. And to be fair, everyone he's worked with seems to think he's a really nice guy. I kind of trust Bryce Dallas Howard and her opinion. Don't know why, really. Is this too wet? I think it might be too wet. It's just because there's going to be a Spinosaurus, right? That kind of instantly made me think, well, moist. I mean, obviously, what else would you think if there's a Spinosaurus? You would think moist, right? It's a safari zone. It should feel dense with foliage and happiness. The two main requirements of a safari zone: happiness, foliage, ride-ons, or jinx. You get jinx in the safari zone? I think you did. Ride-on, you could definitely get ride-on. Kangaskhan was the big thing, right? That's why we all went to the safari zone, was Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's the legit Pokemon, to say the least. Legit. It was always one of my favourites. So was Rhydon, actually. Oddly enough, it was all the dinosaur-esque ones. I mean, my favourite Pokemon is SAFAR. Now, SAFAR is more... I mean, it's a praying mantis, but it's also a very dinosaur-y praying mantis, right? It's not just a praying mantis. It's definitely got a dino kind of vibe to it. I wish this, A, didn't kill the regular trees, but B, also didn't have grass below it, because it's really good for, like, beach stuff, right? It's kind of like, it's got that palm tree kind of aesthetic going on. It'd be perfect for the beach. I want to go get away. But it adds loads of stuff beneath it. I don't know. Desert rocks. Just decided, basically. Rocks, I find, it's kind of like with Planet Zoo. I kind of had this revelation. I know it's been so long, by the way. But I had that revelation last time in that the way to make anything look good is to put tons of it in. Basically, that's what you do. So if you want to put rocks in, that's fine, but put loads of rocks in, or very few rocks. You have to have lots of something or none of something. If you go anywhere in the middle, it never looks good. That's the theory. There's a lot of theories that never panned out. Cold fusion. There's been a cataclysm. I need like a lava brush. I also need this to start. There's no way the Jeep is making it over there. We'll do a little test. We'll see how far we get. Because, I mean, maybe this is fine. Maybe this works already and we can just go like this. It seems unlikely. We'd have to build a ramp first. So like that. Okay, not like that. Obviously, we have to move things for the fence anyway. The water's going to be a problem, so we need to kind of like do a line. I need to build a racetrack, basically. That's my approach line there. So I'm going to get rid of that rock as well. So this line here, let's flatten down that right-hand side. We need a way to approach and hopefully build up enough speed, essentially. There we go. That is the line. Over we go. Great success. No chance of failure. Wait, what is it? Low chance of success, high chance of death? What is it Gimli says in Lord of the Rings? I think it's 2 towers. It's 2 towers or it's the end of the Fellowship? I think it's the end of the Fellowship. Someone will know. Okay, a little bit more tidying up on this. This is probably going to be one of the only areas in the whole thing where we don't necessarily need to put in loads of oh, we need food items. Now, obviously, they're not going to actually use them, but that's neither here nor there. We can't. We have to pretend at the very least. So we'll stick some carnivore feeders in there. Shut up, Isaac. Decorations as well. Well, do I want any decorations in here? I mean, I want trees. That's why I'm here in the first place. But I don't know if there's anything I want in terms of... utility items, stuff like that. Any of this stuff. Although what we will do, it's a little janky, but we have to stick to our design philosophy. So they must know that that's because you may not necessarily think, oh well, I'll fling my car over this gigantic gap. So I kind of need to suggest it. All right, I'm gonna put a crane over there. This gap is humongous. This will require some finagling. That's why we're doing it in the next video. I think I'm happy. Oh, not with my face, but I think I'm happy with the park. That's all the dinosaurs actually. Once those parasaurs land. Play. Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit cramped, but if you imagine this was maybe a third bigger, with the same number of dinosaurs, minus the ones that died in the pit. And, yeah, alright, let's give it a go. So let's go first person. We'll just do the whole thing. So you're going to get out of this vehicle here, is the idea. I'm going to wander along. I love wandering along. I love not being dead, etc. Lovely. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Alright, this is a poorly built Jurassic Park area. Wait for the vehicle. Don't get crushed by the vehicle. Okay, then you move on. I should have just fixed this at the bloody... So why did I not just flatten it? It's because there's been tremors. Because of the earthquake. This is like your first suggestion. That you're about to hit another crack in the earth. Yes, I'm a genius. It all came together in the end. And then you go, alright, well... Oh, I needed my helipad sign as well. But you say drive to our vehicle. That's what I meant to do. Maybe you switch camera because it's hard to see. And away we go. I was going to go the other way, but didn't, basically. I'm going to try to sit up more. Ugh. Okay, so you're just driving along. You don't really know what's going on. You see Dreadnoughtus. You're like, that's pretty cool. I like Dreadnoughtus. Good job, Dreadnoughtus. You see a log. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like log. Good job, log. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Then you see a... What are you? Are you the SPINO? No, you're a Dreadnoughtus. You're driving along. And it really should be in first person. It's much more dramatic. See the parasaurs. You're just making your way. You know what? In the car, this area feels quite large. It's not like this big, expansive area that I planned it, but it's pretty cool. And then you see that. And you're like, oh. Flames. Ramp. Flames. Ramp. And there is actually a little bit of challenge in this, because not only do you need the full run-up to get your the full acceleration and speed of the car, but there are dinosaurs in the way, and if you hit a dinosaur, it will stop your vehicle, or you'll swerve out of the way, or whatever. So you actually need to kind of, A, wait until the coast is clear. So see those... Oh, hello! Jeremy, please, what are you doing here? So you kind of, you know, it kind of forces you to spend some time in the habitat, which is cool. It's going to look really good at night. I'm going to put some lights in. At night, it's going to look really dramatic. I might put more trees in, actually. Maybe it's not a safari zone in that big, wide open sort of sense as much as oh no, the SPINO! Wait, I'm going for it now. Get out of the way, Coelophysis. Alright, let's see how we do. Not filled with optimism on this, if I'm honest. Okay. So that needs a little bit of work. What we'll do is we'll lower this side so it's easier. We'll make the gap smaller and we'll build a better ramp. That's because there's very little to do next video. I think it's basically a visitor center and maybe a helipad, and a T-Rex. So we'll work on that in the next video. But other than that, I think the area is pretty good. I'm going to put a couple more trees in. I just like that kind of overgrown, you know what I'm like. But I do like that overgrown, dense forest kind of look. It just feels a little intimidating, and it is a horror park at the end of the day. So this is just less a safari zone. I'm going to stop using those words because they build a certain expectation. But just an open range dinosaur habitat that happens to contain multiple species. Okay, so next video, which will be before the 14th, because that's when the DLC comes out. So obviously I will be playing the DLC, and obviously all the mods will break and stuff like that, and I've used a lot of mods, even if it's more construction-y mods, all that will break, and the map might well break and everything. So the series will have to finish before the 14th. So maybe the 13th or whatever, but before the 14th either way. Yeah. That's about it. Am I done? I'm done. Cool. So, yeah, done. So, yeah, let me know if you've got any suggestions or anything, but I think we're pretty set from this point on. Let's have a look at the the overarching map, which is getting incredibly chock-a-block at this point in time. So all I need to do is I'm going to basically do a clean install of the dinosaurs, and then I'm going to replace the Troodon, I think. Because a lot of these dinosaurs will be wrong, like inevitably. They'll have been replaced with other things thanks to mods along the way. But the Minmi, for example. What are you, Minmi? Where are you? You're actually a Minmi? No, you're a Stegosaurus. Right, yeah, so we will end it... No, not Stegosaurus. Anodonto? Oh, Stegosaurus. I thought Stegosaurus was a Stegosaur for a second. Right, so, yeah. Horror Park, nearly finished, strokes. Very nearly finished. Next video, the final jump, the final escape, and then we'll do a tour video. The tour video will be after the 14th, but I'll record it before the 14th. It's a long-ass tour. It's going to take ages to like work through this entire thing, so, you know, it does need its own video and stuff like that. But, it's been fun. I apologise it took so long for the next video. Next video again, much sooner, promise. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very, very soon. Cheers. Much love. Much love. And as always... Wait, when's the DLC come out? Yeah, okay. Much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.